Anybody needs a mic check? Mic check, let me know. Are you all good? Yep.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for being here. As our students head home this afternoon, it's an important opportunity to remind our community about the importance of e-bike safety. That's why I'm pleased to announce the launch of our Back to School e-bike enforcement initiative. This effort is led by our Henderson Police Department and is another step we're taking to promote the safe riding and to help keep our community, especially our kids, safe. Chief Rader will share more details about today's announcement effort in just a few minutes. E-bike safety is a valley-wide concern, and it's one I hear about regularly from Henderson residents. Families are concerned about the dangers of the riding behaviors of the kids in our communities, on our streets, and in our parks. They want to know what we are doing to address this. The City of Henderson takes those concerns very seriously. Earlier this year, we launched the Ride Smart, Stay Safe campaign to educate riders and their parents about the safe and legal use of electric devices, with a particular focus on illegal e-dirt bikes that we've seen being operated recklessly throughout our community. Education is the foundation of our approach, and enforcement is another important tool. Today's initiative is about raising awareness, encouraging responsible riding, and holding riders and their parents accountable when necessary. Together, these efforts help reinforce a simple message: ride smart, stay safe. I want to thank the Henderson Police Department, our amazing officers and the hard work that they do, and the Clark County School District Police Department for their continued partnership and commitment to keeping our children safe. Now, I'd like to invite Henderson Police Chief Reggie Rader to share more about today's important initiative. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Good afternoon. I'm Reggie Rader with the Henderson Police Department. Today marks our 4th e-bike enforcement initiative, and our continued focus is promoting safe riding habits and helping keep our students and community safe. Later on today at around 1:40, we will be kicking off this 4th operation at Del Webb Middle School shortly, not far away from here. And I'd invite all members of the media to be able to come out there, see our officers in action, help us get that message out to the parents to keep these kids safe. Since launching these efforts, our officers have conducted over 200 stops and issued 122 citations related to unsafe and illegal riding behaviors, which resulted in 52 devices being towed. Henderson police officers will be focused on education, visibility, and enforcement. These efforts will not only include routes to and from school, but also common areas where students gather after school and where we have received reports of reckless riding. Officers will be looking for dangerous riding behaviors, including reckless riding, excessive speed, riding in unsafe areas, illegal electronic devices, and riders who are not wearing helmets. We want to remind students and parents that safety starts with making responsible choices before kids even leave the home. Riders should wear a helmet, follow traffic laws, stay aware of their surroundings, and make sure their e-bike or electric scooter is legal and appropriate for use. If you need more information on what constitutes a legal device, it's available on our website. Our goal is to educate riders and encourage safe behavior, but when necessary, we will take enforcement action to address unsafe riding and illegal devices. We appreciate the partnership between the City of Henderson and the Clark County School District Police Department as we work together to protect our most cherished population. Ride smart, stay safe. At this time, I'd like to introduce my good friend and former colleague, Jeff Clark of the Clark County School District Police Department.
Good afternoon. I'm Jeff Clark, the Chief of Police for the Clark County School District Police Department. Everything that the Mayor and Chief Rader just said, we fully support. As a parent and as the Chief of the Police Department here, we need to make sure that our kids are safe and that the parents are also ensuring that they are safe. When we talk about traffic safety, we talk about the 3 E's: education, engineering, and enforcement. This right now is that education piece, and as Chief Rader said, that enforcement piece is going to start here shortly. But when we look at the strategic plan for the Clark County School District, this fully supports our third pillar, which is safe and supportive schools. If our kids cannot make it to school safely, then we've failed in that. So to the parents, to the kids, I need you to focus, pay attention when you're driving. We started active school zone enforcement this morning. There's a valley-wide initiative going on from Henderson, Las Vegas Metro, out in North Las Vegas and all around to ensure that our kids are safe. And I've personally been out there making stops, and we've been writing tickets. But I need you to get your head out of your phones, to pay attention, to slow down in these school zones, because these young kids that are on these e-bikes, they're not experienced riders. While they shouldn't be doing it to begin with, if they are out there, it is our responsibility to ensure that we get them to and from school safely. So I do appreciate everyone being out here today, and our joint efforts will continue throughout the week. So if you have any questions, I will open it up to myself, the mayor, or Chief Rader.
I think the biggest question for us is, I know you have an adjustment to school start times that maybe gives kids a bit of a better morning schedule as far as being able to ride it more sunlight as it kind of gets to the fall. What about in the afternoon? How do you anticipate enforcement changing due to school start times?
Just general enforcement will continue throughout the day. We have a very robust plan across the entire 8,000 square miles of my jurisdiction to ensure that we have enforcement not just in the middle schools and high schools, but also the elementary schools. I don't anticipate it's going to look any different for dismissals as it did for arrivals this morning.
Who am I calling if I see kids riding radically? Maybe it's outside the enforcement periods that you guys currently have for your operations.
You know, if you see them riding erratically, likely it's going to be a 311 response. Would you agree with that, Chief? 911, obviously, if someone's getting injured. But the message today is they shouldn't even be out there on these. And I fully support Henderson's Police Department's efforts to curtail this, because we've all been there. We've seen it. And the media has been very informative in letting the public know how many kids have been hit to and from school. And last year it went up quite a bit. And if I go back and look through our history, I attribute that directly to these type of transportation. Anybody else?
Any other questions? Yeah, I'd like an estimated number of how many injuries or citations you guys received last year or gave out to the public.
For the school district or for Henderson?
For either one.
Do you have your number?
Yeah,
I'll let Reddy.
So just for our e-bike enforcement alone is 122 citations. That was 3 iterations of this Ride Smart, Stay Safe program. We're doing our 4th iteration today. So I can get you further numbers, but I am happy to say with the support of our elected officials like Mayor Michelle Romero, she's given us the tools that we need to go out there and keep our city streets safe. We had a 62% reduction in fatal accidents last year in the city of Henderson, which is really unprecedented anywhere else you go. And that's because we've been able to fill every last vacancy. We have the support that we need from city management on to the electeds, and it's something we're going to keep doing to keep our community safe.
Regarding the e-bike enforcement, I know that the goal has been stated that you wish that the e-mobility devices aren't on the road anymore, but now that the toothpaste is kind of out of the tube, I mean, is really the best option at this point just either it be regulated out by state officials or just education at the community level?
That's a good question. Pretty much the question for those watching was, now that the bikes are so prevalent, what's our best course of action? We don't dictate what the laws are. We have to operate within the confines of the law, so you can definitely contact your elected officials if you would like to see some changes there. My ask for what I've seen that these do is that we have more regulation on them. I commend the city council for enacting a law where all of our juvenile riders now have to wear helmets, something that should have been done a long, long time ago. We were able to get that across as a city because we care about that vulnerable population being our juveniles. I really put it like this. Our parents need to be aware of what their kids are doing. And you have devices that are way too fast. When we were growing up, it was rollerblades, it was bicycles. There was a max at how fast those could go. I'm all for power assist for recreational vehicles. If you have that bicycle that's doing truly what is intended to do, helps you pedal up some of those big hills that we have here in Henderson. Unfortunately, what we're having is de facto dirt bikes where there's pegs instead of pedals. And these kids are taking over our roadways. If you go up and down Green Valley Parkway, there was a gang of e-bike kids. I'm glad to say our traffic enforcement officers were able to stop them and tow those bikes, and not only tow the bikes and give the kids a citation, we called the parents down and they got issued citations for contributing to the delinquency of a minor. So it really has to be an approach where all invested parties are looking at that, and if you're letting your kid leave your house with one of those illegal devices, you are just as responsible. And I would hate for the unspeakable to happen, but it's that important to me to keep this community safe. So if the law has changed through legislation, that's not up to me, but while those laws are on the book, it's something we're going to be enforcing very heavily in the city of Henderson.
What do you tell the kid who says, my buddy's got an e-bike, we're all riding together, I feel left out, maybe I would have a matching helmet or something of the sort?
So the question was, what do you tell the kid that's like, all my friends are doing it? I mean, my parents used to say, if everyone was jumping off a cliff, right, would you do the same? Parenting is tough. I myself have kids who I have not had social media and other things where all of their friends have that. You just have to make the decision, do you want to be liked as a parent or do you want to keep your kids safe? And I would say if you're a parent letting your kid have an illegal device, then illegal e-bike, then you're not doing a really good job, and you'll probably be hearing from my officers. There's appropriate ways to use these things. If you have a dirt bike, we have lots of trails where they can go out and they can ride those dirt bikes. I believe out by Sam Boyd Stadium, they have courses where they can jump and do all kinds of crazy BMX type things. So there are outlets out there for people that want to use those in the appropriate ways. But traveling down Green Valley Parkway, St. Rose Parkway, that is not an avenue for you to be using those vehicles.
Do you have a number of how many injuries were last year, not the injuries total that the city mentioned?
I don't have that. I'll look for that. I'll get it to our PIO and we'll try to get that over to you. But I don't know about injuries as well. I will tell you we've had a lot of close calls. We had kids, like Chief Clark said, they're inexperienced drivers and they're not licensed drivers. They've received no training and they're riding these things that are as fast as a vehicle and they're pulling out. So a car that doesn't see them might inch out of a Target shopping center and hit them. And these kids go end over end into the roadway. We've been lucky on a couple of those. So I just know anecdotally we've had some close calls, but fortunately we didn't have any fatalities in the city of Henderson with e-bikes last year. Last question. Thank you.